Welcome to your weekend focus for December the 1st and 2nd, 2018. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send me each and every day. Truly. Now, let's see what the cards tell us about the energy of the weekend. We do have December 1st and 2nd. The number 1 is the Magician in Tarot, and the number 2 is the High Priestess. So magic within, magic without. The King of Pentacles says, whoa, don't get off track here. He's not about the magic. He is about the firm logic. This is about where we don't take risks, where we calculate the risk. We may take risks, but they're calculated risks. Our crown here is a living vine, which tells me that the ideas that can come to you right now, your imagination can truly lead the way, so long as you stay grounded in your approach and your thoughts. Wherever you want to grow in your life, wherever you want the truest of abundance, the riches of love, of health, of spirituality, of well-being, of money. So I would sit there very strongly this weekend at some point and know your own, know your sage wisdom. Tap into your intuition. Ask those things to lead the way going forward. Think about the plan. Think about the execution of the plan. Think about what is needed, okay, and what definitely is not needed. The King of Pentacles does not hang on to things that are not of worth, of value. He gets rid of the clutter. That could be our habits. That could be our environment. That could be the people that we are with. We're going to put him back in because he flew out of the deck. I'm still going to go with the magic, though. You know, now the Magician being the one energy. Whenever the Magician appears anywhere in a reading with energy, your wish will be granted. When he shows up, your wish will be granted. So you have to be very conscious of your thoughts, because we are a very negative-minded society. And we are thinking about the negative more than the happiness, the joy. So when you sit there and you go and get your mail and there's just bills and you're like, oh, I'm never going to have enough money to pay these bills, you'll get your wish. Or if you say, I want more money, and you walk out on the sidewalk and you find a coin, your wish has been answered. So we have to be very conscious of our thoughts and what we are projecting out into the universe, to God, our angels, our spirit guides, our frame of mind, our positive thoughts. And sometimes we're in a very negative space and it's very hard. So once again, I'm going to remind you about that little monkey water skiing with the pink bandana eating a banana. Because your mind automatically has to go to that. This is something that it's not hocus pocus. It's scientifically proven. Your mind cannot stay in the depressive state and imagine the monkey water skiing wearing a pink bandana and a banana. So what happens is there is a shift in your thought process. Now, once the shift occurs, consciously move it in the direction you want. 2 is the High Priestess, sit in contemplation and realize the gifts, the magic that lays within. What are you hiding? What are you fearful to let out? Is it a travel bug? Is it upping your education? Is it joining that club? Is it helping out in the community? Is it really committing to that relationship? Allowing your love to flow, your magic to flow, your beauty to flow. Where do you hide it from the world? You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, we are, this is decision making. Now, Mercury goes into Scorpio on Saturday. So it's only there for a very short time, I think till the 11th or 12th or 13th, somewhere right around there. It'll be out of Scorpio, I believe. But Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Wow, we are looking perhaps at how we express ourselves, how we truly express ourselves. How we make decisions. What factors go into our decision making? Are they healthy? Are they self sabotaging? Here we are, we're looking towards making a decision. We're not making the decision here, so we're not making any major decisions this weekend. But we are weighing out the pros and cons. We are heavily contemplating which path to take, which road to step upon. And we stand there at the first wand and we look out into the horizon and we imagine that path forward. And in due time, we will move over to the second wand and imagine that path forward. The third one may be the decision. The third one may be a third path we have uncovered. Six of Pentacles. Oh, the self-sacrifice keeps coming in again and again and again these days. Where do we give of ourselves? Where do we help another? Where do we offer that branch, that support, that love, that compassion, that empathy? That, maybe it's being a mentor and sharing your knowledge with others and stop keeping it all for yourself. My mom had this recipe for these, like, they were just jam squares, really. But every year at bazaars and stuff, I mean, they were pre-ordered and they were sold out instantly. They were so good. And she gave the recipe to, I think, her best friend who couldn't duplicate it. And she was a baker, so that was kind of amazing. But she never taught any of us. And now, with the dementia, she doesn't remember how to make them. So, she's taking that with her, I guess. And, so what little or great gifts do you have that you're not sharing with the collective, with your family, with your friends, with the community, with society as a whole? And this is kind of a give and take energy here, that we have to be looking at where to give rather than where to receive, I think, with this energy. Or maybe we've allowed, we're holding the scales there, so it is the balance. So maybe we have given too much of ourselves. And it could be somebody who acts very needy and, you would feel wrong not to help. But sometimes taking away the help actually makes them stand on their own 2 feet. That tough love. You would know better than anyone else, but what is the situation like for you? Do you give too much of yourself? Do you not get anything in return because you need to be replenished? Look who shows up. The Magician shows up. So December 1st is the Magician energy. But he's in detriment here. So are we having negative thoughts? Do we not believe that we are deserving or worthy of asking for the abundance in our life in the way we want it? Do we doubt our worth, our value? The Magician is still the Magician. He still grants. So I would have to heavily warn you about your thoughts this weekend, to keep them positive. And the best way to keep them positive is to create happy experiences around you. So get together with friends or family or put on a comedy or something to distract yourself from the troubles, the woes, the things that make you sad or fearful, full of anxiety. And turn inwardly if you must and dream a beautiful dream for yourself. The perfect tomorrow. Why not? What would it hurt? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is, once again, I get that service to others. Ace of Cups, part of the um, the meaning of this card is our service to others and looking for new ways of growing our heart, our love, our compassion through helping others, being of service to each other in some way, in some form, in some manner. But this is the cup of love, abundance, happiness, joy, passion. And we're embracing that cup. We're like, yes, you are finally here. It's the beginning of the path. Now, when an ace appears in a reading, it's talking about a path that is to come. So even if you have started something new, chances are there's something even more coming your way. So think about your passions, your dreams, your desires, because that path is awaiting you. So all you need to do is summon it closer to you. Summon the steps, the energy, the conversation you need to have, or the action that you needed to do, or the situation or the place or the event you need to be present at in order for that path to open up fully for you. The Page of Swords. Oh, kind of watch this energy. Page of Swords. This is the true knee-jerk energy. The Page of Swords is this young, naive, beautiful energy that just wants to go forward. And nothing's moving. And the page gets frustrated. And so the page just does something, anything. And she doesn't care at this point if it's going to be a good reaction or a bad reaction. Chances are it's going to be a bad reaction, but just to get a response, just to get some energy moving, just to get something flowing. And we really have to watch that kind of energy when she shows up because it's a very naive energy. And if you could think back in your early teens when your mom or your dad or somebody told you that wasn't a good idea and you thought, I'll show them. It is too a good idea. But you didn't really think it out. You just decided that it was a good idea. And you landed flat on your face. And sometimes it's the only way of learning. But we don't want to learn that way if at all possible. Now, this is also a very beautiful card symbolizing the spirituality that is available to us this weekend. And yes, with the Magician and the High Priest, I have no doubts. No doubt in my mind at all that this can bring in great beauty when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to messages from God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, past loved ones even. The veil is very thin. There is an open window where you can converse. So ask for those messages, ask for those signs, ask for those clues. They will appear. And think before you act. Remember that king flying out, okay? And then we have the page here. So think through your actions, get some good advice. If you're having problems in a relationship, you don't go and talk to somebody who's been divorced 8 times. You go and talk to a professional, somebody who has had a long and strong relationship with another, that they can impart some sage wisdom in how it works, why it works for them. Ooh, that was a bunch of cards, so we'll just put those back in. Something wanted to fly out there. Okay, maybe it'll come up in the cut. We have the World card. Beautiful full moon energy. We're still in the full moon energy until the 7th. I think 7th of December is the new moon. So it is about releasing, letting go, closing doors. And that is the World card, which is the final card of the major arcana. Before we start all over again with the Fool for our 22nd card. Perspective. I'm being called to shift my perspective on my life now. When I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul, experiencing life as a human being, I have no fear. I can see clearly that I am a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with Spirit, aligning myself with Spirit, remaining unattached to the outcomes. I am a conduit for miracles. How beautiful is that? Just say that all weekend. I am a conduit for miracles. I'm being called to shift my perspective, and very much we really need to turn towards the positive and maybe look at where in relationships we are giving too much of ourselves or we're not giving enough of ourselves. Absolutely. And know that you are a powerful co-creator. Know know that you are deserving, and think through some of those beautiful things. Remember, it's not decision making time, but we may want to just say something just to get the reaction. And that probably wouldn't be the wisest of things. The positive part of this card is that close connection to Spirit, to God, your angels. Another? Okay. Page of Earth. Page of Earth. So 2 pages. So young energy. Commitment to prosperity. First signs of tangible success, undeniable evidence that hard work will pay off, dreams grounded in reality, start of a new project. Everything starts with a plan, and I am beginning to see the results generate prosperity. I am a doer, and I get to make my own decisions. I have the ability to attract what I need. And you know what? You do have the ability to make your own decisions, and everything is a decision, and not making a decision is a decision. You decide whether or not you're going to get out of bed in the morning. I know it's kind of, one of those no-brainers, but there are people who decide not to. We have a choice in everything we do in every interaction. And sometimes that, when we think about it, that's too much obligation and responsibility, and we'd like a little bit of this free will to be taken away and just bring in the magic. Everything starts with a plan. Everything was once just a thought. Everything. So start dreaming your plan. Start understanding what seeds you want to plant. Therefore, you see where, or thereby, eliminating the things that no longer work in your life, that hold you back, that doesn't carry the right energy for you. We'll do one more. We have the Six of Air. Rite of passage. A necessary change in thinking to gain greater wisdom. However turbulent the waters are at the moment, I trust that if I create calm within, my outer conditions will soon be calm too. I am conditioned to expect troubles ahead, but I have shifted my awareness and know that I can choose to believe that stepping into the unknown will bring me to where what I truly desire. I am in the transition to something better. I am in transition to something better. And that's beautiful full moon kind of energy for us. We are in transition to something better. In order to allow that beautiful and better and glorious to come into our lives, we have to clear the clutter. We have to make room for it. We have to make space. And walking away from things and allowing endings in your life, everybody gets so negative in the world, right? Oh, I don't want anything to go away. I don't want. Well, chances are it's something that no longer serves you. That it's more of a comfort or a part of your routine or a part of your lifestyle. You may not even notice its presence anymore. A rite of passage. We're going into some beautiful energy. We are leaving the 11 energy in a few short weeks. And so we are nearing the end of that rite of passage. We've had a very hard year of having to retrace steps, rethink things, reorganize, replan. People have left us and new people have come in. And it's all preparing us for, well, that beautiful 3 energy down the road, right? The Empress coming into being. So the rite of passage. So know that, you know, you don't know what the decision needs to be. Be okay with that. Be okay with not knowing in what direction you truly want to go yet. But also at the same time, the cards are asking you to imagine what your perfect tomorrow would look like. Now, what isn't in that picture that is in your now picture? What is there that isn't in your picture now? And how do you move towards those things? How do you move? And it's a beautiful time to plan. Especially with Mercury actually in retrograde in Scorpio, because we really understand why and how we make our decisions. What's our little checkoff sheet in our heads on why we make the decision on whatever we do in life. And be conscious of that. We'll get an animal card. Now, if you look at the numerology of the 2 days, it's the 15 and the 16, which is the devil and the tower. So it is, you know, the devil is very much about letting go, and the tower is about taking things away that no longer belong in your life, that you refuse to see for yourself. And trust me, when the tower card takes charge, it's a lot harder to walk through whatever is being removed from your life, rather than, you know, you sitting there and being truthful with yourself and facing it and dealing with it in your own way, your own time. Of course, 16 boils down to a 7, which is the Chariot, which is pull back on those reins. Think things through. Where do you truly want to go forward? What kind of energy? What is the plan? What is the path? Have we mapped out the journey? And Saturday, even though it's the devil energy, it's a 15 energy, so it's the lovers. Look at that. This one turned over, so I guess I'm supposed to stop talking. So where we let go, we let more love in. And we can be more fully committed in our relationships, our passions, through allowing certain things to be cut out of our life, or certain controls, or maybe we're following somebody else's agenda than our own. But here we have Take a Chance. Dun, 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 dun. I won't sing too much because I do not want to lose subscribers. And thank you for subscribing if you haven't, please do. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for your comments. Take a chance. Freedom, chance, fear, and passion. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life just gives you time and space, and it's up to you to fill it. If you've chosen Sea Star, it's time for you to take a chance, a leap of faith. You've been lacking in energy and motivation, and it could be out of fear, or it could be that you are caught up with a bit of laziness and have beached yourself. It can be quite scary to change, and although you may feel stuck, you are truly never stuck. You have free will to change, there's that free will again, to change the course of where you want your life to go. Free yourself from the past and allow yourself to feel again. You might be stuck in a dead-end job. I don't know about you, guys, but I always get goosebumps when the reading just comes together. It doesn't matter what deck we use or what cards come up. They're the right ones. You might be stuck in a dead-end job. Look for one in a different field that feeds your passion. You might be eyeing the cute girl at the coffee shop or looking at the cute boy who changed your oil. Ask him or her out, and it could be the cute guy at the coffee shop and the cute girl that changed your oil. When you begin to take a chance on one thing, you will find it easier and easier to continue doing that in every part of your life, which will only draw you closer and closer to your ultimate success. And you know what? You simply won't know unless you take a chance. Take a chance on you. Take a chance on your truth, your passions. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.